Hello everyone, my name is Sharad Devadiga and I belong to Cohort Resolution. So in this video we will see the crypto dashboard project, which is the front end project submitted to Alma Beta. This is the roadmap of this video. First we will see the live demo of the application, then we will speak about the layout, and finally we also see how the application is structured in terms of its architecture, and we will also discuss about the folder structure of the application as well. So let's directly jump into the live demo of the application.
So right now we are in the live working application. So let's go through the different feature it has to offer. First of all, let's reload the application to see how it's gonna behave. For the short duration, we just saw loading spinner indicating the application was being loaded. So yeah, this feature over here is the base currency. This will show up the drop-down menu. You can select any other currency so that the application data will be in terms of that currency. For example, if we choose some dot, that is another cryptocurrency, the entire application data will be in terms of dot. So let's go back to USD just to ensure that the data changed. So you just witnessed again the data was updated from dot to USD. So here you can search for any cryptocurrency of your choice. Right now it's in the Bitcoin. Let's say we want Litecoin. Yeah, we have that one. Let's choose that one, and the application data will be updated and it shows the corresponding chart for that one we just selected. So here we have the different time duration for which we can have the data. Right now we have 1 year data. We can have 6 month data, or 1 month data, 1 week or 1 day data. Let's choose 1 day, let's say 1 month data. Then we got 1 month data over here. We want 1 week data, then we can have that as well. Yep, that is what this feature has to offer. Then if we choose this drop down over here, we have several cryptocurrencies, and we can select to 4 cryptocurrencies. I'll set the limit up to 4 because this is using the demo API key, which has some restrictions to be followed. So if we select too many charts, then there will be too many API fetch requests. So yeah, let's select some cryptocurrencies over here. Let's say BNB and let's say Solana. So right now we have selected 3 cryptocurrencies. The data chart is straight, indicating that these 3 currencies are stable over the last 1 week. Let's have the data for 1 year. Then you can see that how these 3 currencies have been varying over the last 1 year. And suppose if you are not liking the line chart and if you want the data to be visualized in the form of the bar chart, then there is option for that. And if you want the bar chart to be displayed horizontal, there is also option for that. So yep, that's it in this main data visualization chart. Then coming to the next feature, this is the portfolio section. Right now we have the global market capital percentage of the major cryptocurrencies like the Bitcoin or Ethereum and USDT and BNB, and all the others are aggregated and displayed as others in this pie chart. Suppose if you want to know the percentage shareholding only between these 3 excluding the Bitcoin, so you can do that as well. Then you can see that Ethereum has the majority stake among these 3, so you can use the portfolio section like this. And another use case would have been if this application has some logging feature, then user could have included some cryptocurrencies to their portfolio that could have been nicely displayed over here. And this one is the coin exchange feature. In this you can exactly know the exchange rate between different cryptocurrencies and between different cryptocurrency and a normal currency as well. So let's say we want to know the exchange rate between the Bitcoin in terms of Indian rupees. Let's search for Indian rupees. Yeah, we got that over here. Let's say we want to know uh, one exchange rate of one Bitcoin in terms of Indian rupees. We can set that value and hit exchange. We get the exact amount over here. And finally, this one is the sidebar. It's just indicating or showing the market capital of the cryptocurrencies. Uh, that too is sorted in the market capital. And this one over here indicates how the value of that particular cryptocurrencies increased or decreased in the last 24 hours. And we also have the dark mode and light mode feature for this application. If right now the dark mode is turned on, if you want the light mode, you can go for that. In the light mode also, the entire application is gonna perform like the same way that we just saw earlier. And another interesting feature is its responsiveness. Let's see that in action as well. So you can see the right now the dimensions has been set to the iPad. In that view also the application is performing pretty clean. And if you change the dimension to some smaller device, let's say iPhone SE, that is the mobile, and you can see the application is performing pretty good over there as well. So let's make this one responsive, and let's change the dimensions by ourselves and see how the application is going to perform in the different sizes. Yeah, the application is performing pretty well in all the different dimensions of the screen. So yeah, that's it in this slide demo. Let's jump back to our slides to know about the layout of this application and the architecture.
So coming back to our slides, first we will speak about the layout of the application. As you saw in the live demo, there are several features. That is on the base currency, then we have the search bar, then we have the main chart, then we have the portfolio, we have the coin exchange section and the sidebar. Each and every feature is made up of several smaller components, like these buttons indicating the time duration is made up of smaller components, and this one, that is the drop down component. Then this one is also another drop down component which allows the user to select the cryptocurrency as well as the type of the chart. And in this coin exchange section we have some components like the drop down over here, drop down, and some button for user interactions. And in this the sidebar we have the list of small components, each with their own title and some paragraph, and as well as some other data. All this together constitute this sidebar. And also this toggle button over here which allows the user to select between dark mode and the light mode is also one component. And we also have some other the user interface components like header, which consisting of the logo and this toggle button. And at the bottom we have the footer, which is not visible here, but you saw that in the application live demo. So let's move towards the architecture of the application. So as we saw in the previous slide, the entire application is made up of some features. Each and every feature has its own components, where each components has been designed and constructed using React, and it has been styled using Tailwind CSS, and the charts has been powered by you know the chart.js and the React chart.js too. So each and every feature will have their own slice of the Redux toolkit, so that they can maintain their own local state. And at the app level we have the store, which will be helpful in managing all the states at the central level. If we zoom into our Redux slice, we can see there are some things going on in there. First one is the state variables, which will be helpful in holding the data about the user interactions and also about some application data. And we have the thunk function over here, which allows us to asynchronously fetch the data from the CoinGecko API. So the data which is fetched will be in the form of the promise, and the application automatically maintains the fulfilled, the pending as well as the rejected state of the promise. And we have some action functions. We can interact with our state variables using those action functions. This is how the individual slices work, and they are actually similar to the slice of a bread, which is the single entity, and the store is like the entire pack of the bread, which is bundling up all those uh, slices and manages the state at the central level. If we provide our state to entire application, then we can access the state variables and also the action creators elsewhere in our application. Let's say, for example, if we select a different base currency and we want that to be reflected in our chart, and we want that to be reflected in the sidebar as well, then what we can do is, using some selectors, we can access the base currency from the store. And also the actions creators can be accessed by using some dispatchers. So yeah, that's how the application works at the broader level. So if we come to this smaller section over here, this indicates the folder structure of the application. The entire application has been created using Vite because it's very much faster than the Create React app, and it is also now the recommended way of creating the React applications. Over here we can see there are some folders. The configuration folder is for the configuring variables like the base URL and the API key and so on. And the features folder, we have several subfolders for each and every feature. And we have the hooks over here, which is used for the customly created hooks. And we have the pages folder, which is used to maintain all the different pages which that might be created in the application. Right now we have only one page, and that is the dashboard page. So moving to the next folder, we have the services over here, which is pretty much helpful in keeping all the asynchronous helper functions together. And we have some reusable components, and that will go into the UI folder. For example, we have the buttons which are repeatedly used, and we have the header and the footer which does not belong to any of the feature, then we can include that in the UI. Finally, we have the utils folder, which had the helper functions which are pure by nature. For example, if we want to manipulate some string, then and also the date, then those helper functions will directly go into the utils folder. And it also has some data aggregating functions which will be helpful in aggregating and cleaning up the data which was coming from our API. In the main JSX, we injected our entire React code into the root of the HTML element. And finally, we have a store which acts as the central state manager. So just to recap what we have seen in this video, first we saw the live demo of the application, then we spoke about the layout, and finally we also saw the architecture at the broader level. And thank you, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.